guys, welcome back to my channel, and today I will be showing you this eye tutorial and face tutorial on how to get this colorful, easy halo smoky eye with neon liner. So if you would like to know how to get this look, then keep on watching. Okay, so I already have my eyes primed with the Maybelline Age Rewind Concealer. So today the palette I'll be using is the Urban Decay Electric palette and the NYX Ultimate Brights palette. I'll be using the greens out here and the blues out of here. But before we get started on the eyeshadow, I'm just taking my beauty blender with some loose powder and just putting it all under my eye in case there's any fallout. The first color I'll be using is from the NYX Ultimate Brights palette, and I'm just going in with this green shade on a small little blender brush. The one that I'm using is the JH40. So yeah, you want to start by putting this only in the inner half because we're going to be putting 2 shades in the crease. And then kind of blending it out with circular motions, but mainly just placing there. Just packing the color there. And you want to go about halfway, like right where your pupil kind of stops. Off that green color and then just go right in with the blue right next to it. And the blue that I'm using, I'm going in with the darkest blue first, and this is called Chaos from the Urban Decay Electric palette. Tapping off the excess so we don't get it everywhere. And this was the blue that has given me fallout before, but since it's pigmented, like, I don't really care much about fallout. Like, if it's that big of a deal, you can just do your eyes before your face or just do this little powder trick. So yeah, just pressing this in to the outer V and halfway. And just slowly like blending those two together, the green and the blue, using circular motions and swiping motions. Okay, so now that we kind of have the shape that we're going for, we're gonna start blending that out. So I'm taking another brush. This is from BH. The name is off, but it's from like their pink marbly collection. It looks like that. It's like very small, very tapered. And to blend out the blue, I'll be taking the shade, and it's obviously lighter than that. And you want 50% of your brush already on the blue, 50% up, which is on the clean spot, and you want to put your brush right there and just do circular motions and swiping, and it'll just blend out itself. Or you could even lay your blending brush flat and just swipe. And then swipe that teal color over into the green as well. And you see there's kind of a little line. It's not a line of like demarcation because we can blend it out, but if you ever see a line, just start packing on more blue over it. The teal color, not the dark blue. And the shape I'm going for is like kind of just winged out, but not the whole way to my temples, just kind of stopping right here. Very winged out because, like in the title, this is a halo eye, like a halo cut crease. And that's like a circular eye shape. So yeah, I'm just gonna do the same thing on this eye and then I will be right back. Okay, I'm back and the other eye is on, and now we're gonna work on blending out the green. So I'm just gonna wipe off the same tapered blending brush that we've been using and just dip into a lighter limelight green from the Urban Decay Electric palette, and that one is called Thrash. It does have shimmer in it, but since it's going on the inner corner, it won't be noticeable. Or since we're blending it out, it won't be noticeable. So just taking that brush and doing the same thing that we did with the teal and the blue, just slightly above, and just it out using circular motion. And connecting it with the teal transition shade. And then the same green shade that's similar to the one in the Urban Decay palette, just more muted and not as neon. Okay, and now for the fun part, cutting the crease. So I cut the crease with the same concealer that I primed my eyes with, and that is this concealer. You can use like an eye base or like a white eye base. That would probably work best because we're packing white eyeshadow over top of this. So I'm just using a small brush like that and just pressing it into this little sponge so the concealer comes out. And we're doing like kind of a curved umbrella shape. Come closer, you can see, get all up in my business. And since my eyes are hooded, I like to look up like this since most of my lid goes away anyway. And just putting it right, like doing a first little initial line like that, and that's how far up I need to take the concealer. So just stamping it on at first, up in the center, and then just packing it and curving your brush in the shape that you want. So then when my eyes are still open, you can still see that halo eye. Okay, and now I'm tapping out the edges with my fingers. Now coming back to just set that with any white or cream eyeshadow that you have. I'm using just a random white shade, or like bony shade. This is Clarity from the Shan-XO palette. This is like the original side, and then the remix is that. So if you have the original one or the remix one, you still have this color. Yeah, you can just substitute for this part. So after that, you want to go back in with these two brushes that we've been using, and you can pick one to use the blue for and the green. I'm just using this for both. And you're just going to take the transition shades that we used in the crease, like the teal and then the lime, and just put them on the sides and fade them into the white. So first doing that with the blue side and just packing it right in between. Okay, so now that we have that gradient going, we're going to do the same thing with the green side. Okay, and now the white is a more soft gradient, and now to emphasize that halo line even more, I'm going in with a white liquid lipstick. This is Drug Lord from Jeffree Star Cosmetics. This is a very old one, but there's still some left in it. And for this, you want to use a very small eyeliner brush. Mine is a Tarte one, and it came with the Tarte Clay Paint Liner a while ago when I got that. And because it's very fine. Has a very fine tip. That's what she said. Okay, anyway, back to the eyeshadow. You're just going to want to take some of that off the cap. Not the cap, off of the brush. And just outline the top. Don't fill it the whole way in, just on the line. Okay, so now that we have both of those, I'm going to do the lower lash line, but I'm keeping the powder here just in case there's fallout. So with this tiny little brush from BH, this is also from one of their brush sets. It doesn't have like a name or a number or anything. Maybe it used to, but it's wiped off now. Taking the light blue first and then the dark blue closest to my, taking the light shade Gonzo for, you can keep this as smoky or as like light as you want. I'm doing it as dramatic on the top, so I'm kind of dragging it down, like where my under eye creases are, to cover them. Okay, and now going in with the green, and then just blending them together. And actually, I want to do like a neon-ish inner corner. So, what color though? Actually, I'll just use this bright green, this neon green. And I'm just gonna wipe this off and then spray my brush. I'm just using CoverGirl setting spray. You can even dip it in water. Like, I find that it works the same, at least for me. Okay, neon light, we're taking more of the white lipstick and doing the same line technique. We're just gonna do a little C shape like that, curved around, and it'll make our eyeshadow look neon. Just like that. There we go. And that is pretty much it for the eyes. I'm just gonna add a brow bone highlight, which you can use any shimmery, like goldish, or like even like a shimmer that has a green tint lighting palette, the same that I'm going to use on my cheeks later in the video, and it is Summer from Anastasia Beverly Hills. So I'm just taking like a random little brush and just putting the highlighter there and right on the arch of our brow bone. The eyeshadow look looks really hard, but once you try it, like, it's literally all about blending and getting the gradient right. And once you do that, like, you can substitute like pink and purples, or like do each part of your crease a different color of the rainbow, and it actually is pretty easy. So I'm just gonna do my mascara and put on some lashes off camera, and then I will be back to do the rest of the face. Okay, so I am back. I did my mascara and lashes off camera. The mascara I used is the L'Oreal Paris Voluminous Original. This is the black one. And the lashes I used, you can't really tell, but they're just chopped up Ardell Wispies, and I used the outer half and just stuck them on the outer half of my eyelashes. So now for bronzer, I'm just using this busted thing from Makeup Revolution, Iconic Lights and Contour Pro Contour Palette, and I just mixed together like these two shades. Actually, no, I use mostly this one because this one's super gray, but I used to use this one, clearly. So yeah, and I'm just using an e.l.f. contour brush and just blending that all over my cheeks. Not really contouring, because I don't know, I don't really like to contour that much because my cheekbones are already kind of there. Like, I'll contour if it's like a sculpted look, but most of the focus is on the eyes anyway, and since we use cool tones on the eyes, I figured I don't want to use cool tones on the face. And then just dragging it down my neck so it blends. Okay, that was a shit ton of bronzer. Okay, let me bake that. While I do blush, I'm just taking more loose powder, and this is the Fit Me loose powder. I'm in the shade 20 Light Medium, and I use the edge of the Morphe sponge and take some powder and just go right along like that. Okay. And I am putting just the excess of that on the sides of my nose just because I feel like it's a little dark. Maybe it's just the lighting because I have a lamp and then just a light bulb on the tripod, so like most of the light comes from over here and not over there. You can probably tell in videos, but you know, that's the lighting situation for now. So for blush, oh, here it is. I'm gonna use the peachy shade in here. It doesn't have a name, but this is just the light blush palette, and I usually I like the coral and peach shades, but since we have blue on the eyes, I figured peach blush is the way to go. And I love these blush palettes. They're so pigmented. They blend really nice. Not adding a whole lot, but I do really like blush. So if I do end up putting a lot on, that's why. Highlighter. I was gonna use the Anastasia one, but I figured I'd just use this little Nomad one again in the shade Midnight Sun. Not really sure why that name doesn't really make sense because sun's not out at midnight, but you know, it's a good highlighter. It's very good. And I'm kind of just dusting it like that over my cheekbones. Do the lips. So for lips, I want to do like a nude, but I want to like lighten it up a lot. So okay, I don't know how good this is gonna look, but I'm just gonna try it. So on the outer edges of my lips, I'm using Dolce K by Kylie, and then on the center, I'm using Dirty Peach because this makes me look like I have concealer lips if I don't just put it on the center when I'm tan. So yeah, this definitely gave me like a darker peach. So I'm just gonna put my gloss on. This is the gloss that I always wear. It's Pillow Plump by Soap and Glory in the shade Nude in Town. I'm just gonna put this on the center. All right, and here is the finished look. Thank you so much for watching, and if you would like to see more colorful tutorials like this for the summertime, then give this video a thumbs up, and I'll see you in the next one. Bye.